you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where the popular answers mean nothing and obscure answers mean everything. Let's meet today's players. So, welcome back, Leisha and Myra. You were on the show last time. Everyone gets 2 chances to reach the Pointless final. This is your last chance. Remind us how you did last time.
Well, we sort of lost on the pop songs, unfortunately.
It was girl bands, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and
boy bands would have been better.
Yeah. What do you do, Myra?
I'm retired, but very busy.
And Leisha, how about you?
I'm a hotelier.
A hotelier?
I run a small hotel in Cricketh.
Oh, how beautiful. Who's looking after it while you're here?
My husband, of course.
Very good. He's doing everything himself.
Of course.
Frantically making
Breakfasts,
beds.
making the beds.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
No.
No. Well, very best of luck to the pair of you this afternoon. Next, we welcome Gavin and Jason. How did you 2 know each other?
Well, we met a few years back through a mutual friend, and we're now part of a hugely unsuccessful pub quiz team.
Really hugely unsuccessful?
Exactly. No, we've never won.
What do you put your lack of success down to, Jason?
I'm not quite sure.
Is it the categories and the questions they ask you?
I think it's a lack of youth. There's always a youth angle to some of the questions to keep the youth demographic happy.
We're hoping to change things.
Hoping to change things quiz by quiz. Well, very best of luck to you this afternoon. And next, we welcome back Cliff and Nikki. You were on the show last time as well. Remind us how well you did.
We got through to the head-to-head, but then Dad forgot where China was, and we went downhill from there.
You don't need to know where China is, Cliff. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I think great things will happen for you this afternoon.
OK.
That's my hunch. Well, very best of luck to the pair of you. And finally, we've got Trevor and Isabel. How do you 2 know each other?
Well, we met in the mid-70s and we've been married for 34 years.
Wow,
but,
very well done.
We spend quite a lot of time together because for the last 31 years we've been in a musical duo together.
Oh, fantastic. A musical duo. You're the singers, are you?
Yeah.
Very good indeed.
What's the name of your act? Do you have a name?
Yes, we go under the name of Solid Gold.
We have Solid Gold. You didn't tell me you were Solid Gold. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show. There's only one more person for me to introduce, of course. He's the curator of all things obscure and pointless. He is my pointless friend. He's Richard.
Hiya. Hello there.
Wow, Richard.
Yeah, I mean, really, wow.
We've got him. Solid Gold.
Solid
First
gold.
Noble metal we've had on the show, I think, isn't it?
It is the first noble metal
Certainly
we've had on the show.
in
Quite right.
solid form. Yeah.
We've got a lovely show. We've got 2 returning pairs today. As you say, we had Nick and Cliff in the head-to-head last time, and that usually augurs well for the next show, doesn't it?
It does.
People often win when they've been to that head-to-head. But I think that that Leisha and Myra will be looking to do better than they did last time. Gavin and Jason, I don't buy at all that they're a hopeless quiz team. I've never heard such rubbish in my life.
Hollow.
Look at the cocky looks on their faces there. They fancy this, I think. But do you know what? You cannot, will not, and never will beat Solid Gold. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. We may as well crown the winners now.
Well, we've put all our questions to 100 people before the show, but this is pointless, so we are after the obscure answers that they didn't get. What everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer, an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add 250 quid to the jackpot. Now, nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that, so today's jackpot starts off at a dizzying £5,750. Right, let's play Pointless. Right, in the first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so be very careful that that's not you. If anyone gives me an incorrect answer, they will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, our first category this afternoon is World Geography. Cliff?
I'll get my coat.
World Geography. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many countries ending in N as they could. Countries ending in N, Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any country whose English name ends with the letter N, and that's according to the UN official website. As always, by country, we mean a sovereign state that's a member of the UN in its own right. So we wouldn't, for example, accept Taiwan. We also wouldn't accept Great Britain, because it's actually officially the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So it ends in a D.
So it does.
Yeah. There are 18 countries on the list, and that's as of the start of 2011.
Right then, Myra.
Well, I'm not very good on geography, I have to confess, so I'm going to have to go with one that's probably very, very popular, and that's Pakistan.
I hadn't thought of that one. You're hoping to score as few points as possible. Let's see if Pakistan is a correct answer. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Pakistan. There we are.
Ooh.
24, Myra. That's a fine score. Pakistan, 24.
Yeah, not a bad score at all, Myra. Very well done. It's the world's second largest Muslim nation, Pakistan, behind Indonesia, which ends in an A, everybody.
Now, Jason, I'll be honest, you looked quite happy, verging on the smirk when this category came up.
There are a few options here. It's just working out which one could possibly be a pointless one.
What are you thinking, Jason?
There's a country which has a border with China, I believe, called Tajikistan.
Tajikistan, you're going to say. I think that's an excellent answer. Let's see if it is correct, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Tajikistan. Very well done. I have a feeling this might be going a long way down. Very, very well done. 4 people said Tajikistan, but could they spell it?
Yeah, I shouldn't have thought so. I can only spell it because it's written down in front of me. Yeah, it's in Central Asia, Tajikistan. Really good answer, Jason.
Thanks very much indeed, Richard. So, Nikki, what do you think about this question?
Not good.
Not
I'll have
good.
another one. I think it's a country. I don't think I've made it up. And I think I'm saying it right. Azerbaijan?
Azerbaijan?
Yeah.
You generally see these written down, don't you? And never really say
No
them.
one says them.
So you, yes, say them quite... Or make sure you're eating something when you say it.
Yeah, good idea.
Got to write it down. You're hoping to score as few points as possible with Azerbaijan. You're hoping it's correct. Let's see if it is, and let's see how many people said it. Azerbaijan. It's right. Very well done, Nikki. Oh, it's still going down. There it is, 7. Very, very well done indeed. Azerbaijan.
Yeah, well played, Nikki. And you know what? So long as your dad has a good grasp of geography, you should be safely through to the next round.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Now then, Trevor. Remember, we're looking for countries that end in the letter N.
Right, I'm going to go forward with Yemen.
Yemen. Let's see if that is a correct answer, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Yemen. Very good. Down it comes. Very, very, very well done, Trevor. That scores you 4. I'd say that was solid gold.
That was solid gold, yeah. The equal best score of the round, Trevor. Very well done, Yemen. Sort of came into being in its present state in 1990.
Very good, Richard. Thank you very much. So we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Well, the joint bottoms on 4 are Trevor and Isabel, and Jason and Gavin on 4. Very, very good low scores there. Nikki and Cliff not really that far ahead of them on 7. And then a bit of a leap up to Myra and Leisha on 24, but that's by no means a bad score. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we are looking for countries ending in N. Isabel, how brilliant was Trevor's answer there?
Very good, yeah.
Yeah.
Geography's not one of my best subjects. But I'll have a go with Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. Very good. Kazakhstan, you're on 4. The high scorers are Lisha and Myra on 24. If you can score 19 or less, Kazakhstan will see you through to the next round. There's your red line. If you get below that red line, you are safely through. Good luck. Let's see how many people said Kazakhstan. Well done. Down it comes. Very well done. Through you go. 6. That's a lovely low score there, Isabel. 6, taking you just into double figures. 10.
Absolutely enormous country, Kazakhstan. From one end to the other, it's the distance between London and Istanbul.
Wow. Cliff. Cliff, you're on 7. Should you score 16 points or fewer with this answer, you will be safely through to the next round. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking I've had a country in my head since the category first came up.
And is it the one Isabel just said?
No, it's not.
Good.
The longer I've stood here, though, the more I'm convinced I've invented it. But I think I'm going to have to try it.
No, Narnia ends in A.
I'm going to try Gabon.
Gabon. Oh, listen to that noise. You hear? Do not hear?
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. There's only one way to find out what that noise means, but it was amazing. It was like, oh, the murmur of bees. Just before they're about to die. Or make some honey. I don't know. We're going to discover. Gabon. Why do you think Gabon is, Cliff?
I think it's in Africa, or it should be, if it's not.
OK. Here's your red line.
Yes.
Below that red line, you're through to the next round. Is Gabon a country? And if it is, how many people said it? Gabon. Oh, very well done, Cliff. He might not know where China is, but my goodness, he knows Gabon. Through he goes. Oh, very, very well done. That's a fabulous score, Cliff. 1 point, taking your total up to 8. You're still in single figures. Richard.
Brilliantly played, Cliff. That's the best answer of the round so far. Yeah, Gabon, and it is in Africa. That's the good news. So we're not going to have to move it there.
Very well done, Cliff. Nikki, how brilliant's your dad? Just
I know. I think he redeemed himself from last time.
Yeah.
He's much better.
Utterly. Gavin. Remember, we're looking for countries that end in the letter N. You have a mini challenge and just a side bet challenge.
Yes.
The lesser of the two challenges is to remain in the game. The high scorers remain Lisha and Myra at this stage on 24. If you can score 19 points or fewer, you're in the game. But here's the fun side bet challenge. Remain the low scorers, i.e. score 3 or less with your answer.
OK, well, my best bet is staying with the obscure African theme. I'm going to go with Benin.
Oh. He made a face like this. Right, below that red line with Benin, you are through to the next round. I have a hunch Benin will be going a long way down. Let's see if that's right. Well done. Well done indeed. Look at that. Oh, fantastic. Gavin, you've risen to both challenges. Benin scores you 2, takes your total up to 6. You are the lowest scorers in the round. Richard.
Yeah, really well played, Gavin. Benin's a great answer. It's one of Africa's smallest and most stable countries, Benin.
Politically, it's stable.
Politically very so. I don't want to go into the details of how I measure these things. But rest assured, I have an index of all the countries of the world, and I rank them on stability. And on my ranking, they are one of the most stable countries in Africa.
Wow.
Let's move on.
OK, now, Lisha and Myra, this breaks my heart. Oh, no. Your brilliant low score of 24 has just been outshone by... It's almost like these people do nothing but study atlases or something like that. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm afraid you are already our high scorers even before you've submitted your answer. But Lisha, out there, something tells me, below Benin, they don't have to be stable, they just have to end in N. Yeah. I think there might be a pointless answer.
Well, it won't make much difference, will it?
I know, but what
Really?
a wonderful legacy. To leave the show with a little 250 quid pourboire for these remaining pairs.
No, Cliff got the Gabon, which is the one I wanted, you see.
Oh, I do see.
So, you know, I was a bit cross about that.
Yes, I should be. I should
So I
be.
thought, well, there's no point, really. I might as well go for Sudan.
Right, Sudan. Let's see if it's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Sudan. Look at that, Alicia. It's a brilliant score. Sudan scores you 9. It's a brilliant single-figure score, Alicia. I can't bear that doesn't save you in some way, but I'm afraid your total is 33. Richard.
Yeah, a good answer, Alicia. It's probably the last time we'll ever be able to use Sudan as an answer, obviously as of 2011. It's splitting up. There were lots of single-point answers actually out there. There's Liechtenstein, Lebanon, Bahrain, Bhutan, Oman. All of those were low scores. Jordan is a low score. There is one pointless answer here. Let's take a look at what the pointless answer is. The Russian Federation. It's a pointless answer. Very, very well done if you got that at home. There's Gabon, there's Liechtenstein. Obviously, we've seen quite a few low scorers. Let's take a look at the 3 highest scoring ones. These are the ones that most of our 100 people said. In third, it was Iran on 27, Spain on 37, Sweden there with 43. And unusually, we didn't get any of those top 3 answers from anybody.
Brilliant. Thanks, Richard. So at the end of round 1, the losing pair is Lisha and Myra. And a brilliant score. Everybody answered fantastically on that one. It's just so unfair that you happen to have the highest score at the end. I'm so sorry, but we have to say goodbye to you. Thanks so much for playing. You've been lovely contestants. Thank you. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, only 2 pairs can make it through to the head-to-head, so one of these pairs will be leaving us at the end of this round. The category for round 2 is fictional characters. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first and who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. Right, so our round 2 question this afternoon concerns TV characters and their shows. In this round, we're about to show you a list of characters. We asked 100 people to tell us which TV shows they are from. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 6 characters on each pass. Obviously, the more obscure the character, the fewer points you're going to score. If you give us an incorrect answer, if you tell us they're in the wrong show, you'll score 100 points. And see how many of the 12 you can get at home.
OK, so we are looking for the TV shows these characters are from, and we have got Dot Cotton, Lurkio, Stringer Bell, Huggy Bear, Yossa Hughes, B.A. Baracus. I'll read those through one more time. Dot Cotton, Lurkio, Stringer Bell, Huggy Bear, Yossa Hughes, B.A. Baracus. So then, Gavin.
Huggy Bear was a character in Starsky and Hutch.
Huggy Bear, Starsky and Hutch. As ever on Pointless, you are looking for the answer that's going to score you the fewest points. Let's see if Huggy Bear is indeed from Starsky and Hutch, and if he is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. 37. 37 for Huggy Bear.
Yes, 37. It's quite a big score. It was played by Antonio Fargas in the TV show and by Snoop Dogg in the film Huggy Bear.
Thanks, Richard. Now then, Nikki. Here are the characters. You need to tell me which TV show one of them is from, a nice obscure one. What do you think of that lot?
I only know 2 of them, and one of them was Huggy Bear, so I'm going to have to go for Dot Cotton, EastEnders.
Dot Cotton, EastEnders. There's that noise again.
I think that was a slightly different noise.
It was shorter, wasn't it? Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Dot Cotton, EastEnders. Ooh, that's a very high score, Nikki. Very high score. 86 for that. Richard.
Yeah, now Dot Branning, of course, played by June Brown. That's a huge score, isn't it?
That is an enormous score.
One of the most iconic characters on British TV, I guess.
Yeah. Right, so then, Isabel. Remember, we're looking for the TV shows that these characters are from.
Well, I'm looking at Yosser Hughes and I can't decide between two. Either Auf Wiedersehen Pet or Boys from the Black Stuff, and I can't remember which one. So, because I don't want to take a chance, and because I think B.A. Baracus might be slightly less than Dot Cotton, I'll go for B.A. Baracus, and that was the A-team.
Right, you are. OK, B.A. Baracus, the A-team. Let's see if that's correct, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that. Less than Dot Cotton, 59. 59 for B.A. Baracus.
Yeah, very well done. As you say, a better answer than Dot Cotton, played by Mr. T. So, Isabel, if you had said... so if you'd had to choose Yosser Hughes, what would you have gone for, do you think?
Boys from the Black Stuff.
You'd have been exactly right. It's exactly the right answer, but it would have scored you 31 points. A big score, but not as much as 59. I suspect it wasn't worth the risk. Lurkio is from Pompeii. Would have scored you 19 points. And the best answer on the board is Stringer Bell. Zander, do you know Stringer Bell?
There you are.
From The Wire.
From The Wire.
Exactly. Would have scored you 6 points. Well done if you got that.
Right, well, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores. The lowest, again, you see, it's Gavin and Jason. There they are on 37. Next one up, Isabel and Trevor, 59. Not bad at all, but the contest is going to be between Trevor and Cliff, I feel, in the next pass. Cliff, 86 was the high score from Nicky there. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more characters on the board, and here they are. Peggy Olson, Emma Peel, Arthur Daly, Gareth Keenan, Hilda Ogden, Ruth Evershed. Peggy Olson, Emma Peel, Arthur Daly, Gareth Keenan, Hilda Ogden, Ruth Evershed. Now, remember, we're looking for the TV shows that these characters are from. Obviously, you're trying to find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. Now then, Trevor, you're on 59. If you can score 26 points or less, you're through to the next round. What's that board look like to you, Trevor?
I know 3 of them. One very well, but I'm not going to choose that one. I'm going to choose Emma Peel, The Avengers.
Emma Peel, The Avengers. OK, well, there is your red line. If you get below that red line with Emma Peel, you are through to the next round. Let's see. Is it right? And if it is, how many people said it? It's right. Will it get you through? 48, Trevor. It takes your score up to 107. Richard, Emma Peel.
Yeah, Emma Peel, played by Diana Rigg, of course.
Cliff. Remember, we're looking for the TV shows that these characters are from. The high scorers are currently Trevor and Isabel on 107. If you can score 20 or less, you are safe and through to the next round.
I think I know 3 of them. But I think they're the 3 best known. Gareth Keenan I'll go for from The Office.
Gareth Keenan from The Office. There's your red line there. Below that red line, through to the next round. Let's see if Gareth Keenan is right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Will it get you through? It's right. Yes, it does get you through. Look at that. Very, very well done, Cliff. Gareth Keenan scores you 6. Takes your total up to 92. Richard.
Well played, Cliff. You're having quite a show. I think that it's a low score. I think people know Gareth from The Office, but I suspect they don't know Gareth Keenan. So I think that's why it's 6 points. Very, very good answer.
Very good. Now then, Jason, you are on 37. Trevor and Isabel are our high scorers on 107. If you can score 69 or less, you are through to the next round. Now then, Jason.
I'm not 100% certain of this, but I'm going to go with Mad Men for Peggy Olson.
Peggy Olson, Mad Men. You're not 100% certain?
No, 99.99%. So fairly confident.
There's your red line, nice and high up, courtesy of Gavin's good answer in the first pass. Let's see if Peggy Olsen is indeed from Mad Men. If she is, let's see how many people said it. Oof. Well done. And through you go. Very good indeed. That scores you 6, taking your score up to 43. Very well done.
Yeah, well played, Jason. Matching Cliff blow for blow there with 6 points. She's from Mad Men, which is set in the 1960s advertising world in New York, played by Elizabeth Moss. Hilda Ogden, of course, is Coronation Street, but would have scored a fairly hefty 84. Arthur Daly.
Minder.
Exactly right, would have got you 55 points. And Ruth Evershed is the best answer on the board. Ruth Evershed gets 1 point. Any ideas?
Heidi High.
Anyone in the audience? Spooks. 1 point to the audience. It's the best answer on the board.
Thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round 2, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid... Oh, dear, Solid Lead. Trevor and Isabel, what a shame. Any kind of commiseratory song you might like to burst into at this point?
No, I think we'll have to go out singing less and watch more television.
At least
I didn't even know that song.
At least we're going to get an encore.
Exactly. Well, it's been brilliant having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing. We'll see you again next time. But for the remaining 2 pairs, things are going to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. So very well done, Gavin and Jason, Cliff and Nikki. You've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands at £5,750. Now, you're going to go head-to-head on the best of 3 questions. For each question, each pair needs to give me just one answer, and you are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is come up with an answer that scores less than the other pair, and you will win that question. The pair that get the best of 3 questions will be playing for today's jackpot. Let's play Pointless. OK, here is your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Liverpool Football Club managers as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any manager of Liverpool FC from 1960 all the way up to the start of 2011. We won't accept temporary or caretaker managers such as Ronnie Moran and Phil Thompson. But any manager of Liverpool from 1960 up to the start of 2011, there are 9 answers on the list.
OK, Gavin and Jason, because you've played best throughout the show so far, you get to go first.
Joe Fagan. He definitely wasn't on caretaker or anything, was he? No. OK, things are good answer. Go for it.
We're going to go with Joe Fagan.
Joe Fagan. Cliff and Nikki.
Yeah. I think that's a really good answer. Roy Evans.
Joe Fagan, Roy Evans. 2 excellent answers. Gavin and Jason, you said Joe Fagan first. Let's see if it's right, and let's see how many people said it. Joe Fagan. Well, it is right. Down it goes. Oh, look at that! Very, very well done. That is pointless. A pointless answer. That adds £250 to today's jackpot, taking the total up to a nice round £6,000. Wow. Very, very well done, Gavin and Jason. Now, Cliff, you said Roy Evans. Let's see if that is correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said Roy Evans. Down it goes. Down it goes. Oh, look. Another fabulous score. Very, very well said, Cliff. Roy Evans, a great answer, scores you 1. You just reckoned without Gavin and Jason. That was the only problem. Richard.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to this head-to-head. Two great teams, and that's exactly why. Those are the best two answers you could have given. Both really good answers. Joe Fagan is the only pointless answer there is. Won the European Cup and the league with Liverpool in the 80s. There's Roy Evans, who went on to manage with Gerard Hotelier. Evans only won the League Cup. Bob Paisley won 20 trophies in 9 seasons, 2 points for him. Hotelier got 5. Souness, who was a former player, of course, 6. Roy Hodgson, 12. He only lasted 31 games and he was fired. Benitez was fired just before Hodgson. He also scored 12. Bill Shankly got 15. Dalglish, 53 points. Brilliantly played, both teams.
Very well done. So after the first question, it is 1-0 to Gavin and Jason, but only just. Cliff and Nikki, you have to win this question. Otherwise, we say goodbye to you. And Gavin and Jason go straight through to the final. Here is your second question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many X Factor winners as they could.
We're looking for any winner of the X Factor TV talent contest up to and including the 2010 series. There are 7 names on the list. And of course, we mean the UK version of X Factor.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now, Cliff and Nikki, you get to go first.
I don't know which would be better. I would have said the first.
I
don't know.
I think it's right. Andy Abraham.
Andy Abraham. OK, Gavin and Jason.
Leona Lewis.
Leona Lewis.
Oh. Not the best question, I have to say, but hey-ho.
No. OK. Cliff and Nikki, you know what you have to do with this. If Gavin and Jason win this question, we say goodbye to you. Andy Abraham, is it correct? And if it is, how many people said Andy Abraham? Oh, bad luck. Cliff and Nikki, Andy Abraham is an incorrect answer, which means, Gavin and Jason, you merely have to be correct with Leona Lewis.
No guarantee of that.
You merely have to be correct. Leona Lewis, is it right? Well, is it right? That's all we need to know, really. It's right. Down it goes to 46. You played it safe, and that turned out to be exactly the right tactic. After 2 questions, Gavin and Jason are through in straight sets to the final. Richard.
Yeah, that's unlucky, Nikki. Andy Abrahams he got through to the final, but he didn't win, unfortunately, and then represented the UK at Eurovision and didn't win that either. Let's take a look at all 7 winners, though. The one right at the bottom was the first winner, Steve Brookstein, with 9. Then Leon Jackson, as in whatever happened to Leon Jackson, he got 10. Shane Ward, as in whatever happened to Shane Ward, 20. Joe McKeldry, as in, has anyone seen Joe McKeldry recently? He got 24. Then there's Alexander Burke, 37. Matt Cardle, the 2010 winner, on 39. And Leona Lewis is with 46, biggest score on the board, but gets you the points.
Thank you very much, Richard. So the losing pair at the end of this afternoon's head-to-head, I'm sorry to say, it's Nikki and Cliff. Did you have any of the other X Factor winners?
Yeah.
She had. I wouldn't have got any of them. She knew Steve Brookstein was the bottom one, and we didn't know which to go for, and I was no help at all.
No, bad luck, bad luck. So close. You've made it through to the head-to-head in both shows you've been on. Fabulous team. You've been absolutely fantastic. I'm so sorry you haven't had a chance to get through to the final and walk off with a pointless trophy and possibly a jackpot too, because you certainly deserve it. But brilliant, brilliant contestants. Thanks so much for playing.
Thank you.
But for Gavin and Jason, it's now time for our pointless final and the chance to win our jackpot of £6,000. Well, congratulations, Gavin and Jason. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. Very well done. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £6,000. Now, the rules are very simple. To win that money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people could think of. We've had one pointless answer today, and that came from you, Joe Fagan, in the previous round. You only need to find one more now, and you will go home with that money. Firstly, you've got to choose a category, and here are your 3 options. Golf, chemistry, fashion designers.
What's it going to be?
What would be an obscure thing in chemistry? Okay. Obscure things in golf. We'll go for chemistry.
Chemistry.
You're going to go for chemistry.
We're being brave.
You're being very brave. Let's find out what the question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many chemical elements ending in IUM as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any element that ends IUM. We're only looking for those elements that have been officially named by the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. That's all elements up to atomic number 112, as of the start of 2011.
OK, you have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £6,000 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
Strontium.
No. I think we need to go deeper down the periodic table
Selenium.
into the really weird ones. No.
OK.
You can get weirder than that. The transuranics are where the action is.
OK, fire away.
In elements. The thing is, it's a question of the official names, because some of them have had more than one name, because they've been named by different authorities. So
like polonium, selenium, barium.
Some of them have weird sort of names that are based on the Latin forms of the numbers, like unilpentium. But then there's also things like Laurentium. Did Rutherford have one named after him?
Rutherfordium.
Is that one? Does that ring a bell with you?
Sort of, yeah. OK.
Do you prefer Rutherfordium or Laurentium?
First one.
Can we go even more obscure than that?
I'm convinced with selenium.
No, I think people know selenium. It's
5 seconds remain.
Weird enough, I don't think.
OK. Those two I'm happy with.
There's your minute up. Remember, we were looking for chemical elements.
Yes.
Ending in IUM. I now need your 3 answers.
OK, unilpentium.
Unilpentium.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can go with your one.
Selenium. I think that's something to do with batteries. SELEN. Selenium.
Selenium.
Yeah.
And one more.
Laurentium was the first one.
Laurentium.
With that one, yes.
OK, now, of those 3 answers, which do you reckon's your best shot at a pointless answer?
I like Laurentium because I think it's...
You think it's right?
I'm fairly confident and yet still quite obscure.
Right, OK. Laurentium we'll put last. Which is your least likely to be pointless, do you think?
Selenium, I think.
OK, go with selenium.
OK, so selenium, off of the batteries, goes first. So let's put those up on the board in that order, and here they come. Selenium, unilpentium, and Laurentium. There they are. They look good up there. Do you have a background in chemistry? You clearly do. I mean, that's a needless
Sad to say, they gave out prizes in school for who did best in each subject, and I wasn't good at the core subjects, but I could do French and chemistry, so those are the 2 I scooped.
Jason, were you... I mean, selenium was brilliant, or did you just know that from batteries? It is just
from batteries, yeah.
That's good.
I like batteries.
I do too. We were looking for chemical elements ending in IUM. This was your least confident answer, selenium. You only need one of these to be pointless to win that jackpot of £6,000. OK, let's put it to the 100. Selenium. Well, it's right. It's right. This is your first shot at our jackpot of £6,000. It has to go all the way down to 0 for you to win that jackpot. Still going down. 4. Selenium has scored you 4, so therefore it is obviously not a pointless answer. 4 people also like batteries. Out of our 100. OK, you only have 2 more chances to win today's jackpot. £6,000. What would you do with it?
I'm getting married next year, so...
Many congratulations.
I guess it would go towards
Very, very many congratulations.
I've
Gavin?
already got a baby daughter, and bringing those things up doesn't come cheap, so that's probably where most of it will get soaked up in.
Maybe a little celebration after.
Celebration. Might have a drink afterwards.
Afterwards, yeah. OK, well, we were looking for chemical elements ending in IUM. Let's hope nobody said your next answer. I've now got to say it, obviously. It is unnilpentium. Unnilpentium. I have a feeling if this is correct, it'll go a long way down. Let's see. Unnilpentium. Is it right? How many people said it? Oh, that is an incorrect answer. You only have one more chance to win today's jackpot of £6,000, and it's Laurentium. Well, you said this was the answer you had the most faith in. This has to be pointless. It's your final shot at that jackpot of £6,000. It has to be correct, and it has to go down to 0. Let's see if Laurentium is a correct answer, and if it is, how many people said it? It's right. It's right. 4 people out of that 100 knew selenium. Unnilpentium was incorrect, and now Laurentium is correct. It's got to go all the way down to 0 if you're going to win that jackpot, and it Very well done. Many congratulations. You managed to find that all-important pointless answer, which means you go home with our jackpot of £6,000.
Well done.
Hey, that's good effort. Well, I think that's a proper reflection of your performance on the afternoon, actually, because throughout the game you have played phenomenally well, and you've found the very best answers pretty much in every case. Possibly the exception of Leona Lewis. But absolutely staggering performance, and a really richly deserved jackpot there. Very well done. Richard, what about that?
Yes, brilliantly played. It's a pleasure to watch. Really good. Unnilpentium, as I think you suspected, no, it's been there was unnilpentium. It was renamed dubnium. Oh. Like you care. Let's take a look at some of the other pointless answers. I know lots of people at home would have done well on this question. Cerium, Copernicum, Dysprosium, those are all pointless. There's Laurentium, Nobelium, Polonium, Technetium, Thallium and Osmium. All of those were pointless answers. Very well done if you got any of those at home, although I'm afraid you don't get £6,000.
Oh, very well done. Thanks once again to our brilliant winning players, Gavin and Jason, who go away with today's jackpot of £6,000. Join us next time, and we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.